So let's jump right into it, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for sure, bro.
so
For sure.
how has your life changed since high school? So we graduated 2014,
Yeah,
which sounds super old, right?
I
We
know.
graduated 2014, man. Like after that, boom, graduation. What was next for you, bro? Like, how has your life kind of changed from graduation up
Mhm.
until now?
Man, probably just like they say, the biggest thing, bro, is probably just like for real, just like growth.
Hmm.
It's like obviously it's like I'm goofy, but I've been the same me since like since you met me.
Right,
So it's
right.
like just the biggest things, bro. That's probably just changed from me. It's probably just like, bro, like my mentality, bro,
Mm.
and like just the way like just the way I go through life and thinking. Because like I ain't gonna lie, bro, I didn't have no type of care in the world. Like just growing up, bro, just like I say, obviously still just I make hella jokes. Like, bro, just always, just everybody just know me as just the class clown,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But I'm still, I still got that goof, like, that big goofball in me. But
Mm.
it's just like I'm just a little bit more serious on like the ask, like how we was talking about earlier, bro. Just like just businesses. Like that's just something I don't have a business, but that's just something that
Right, right. Yeah, I
outside
remember.
of my career.
Yeah.
It's just I just been, bro, just always just thinking about, bro, just the hustle, the grind, bro. Like just what's next outside of my 9 to 5,
Right.
because I don't want to let that we get so fixated in the 9 to 5, bro. Like just the daily daily lifestyle of I wake up, bro. We know it's like I'm going to PT Monday,
The
Wednesday,
same old
Friday,
stuff like Groundhog Day
bro.
type
Yeah,
deal.
same
Yeah.
old stuff, bro. You get caught in that rat wheel, and I'm just like, man, I'm just looking for the next move, bro. Like I know we just talked about, I got like yeah, we talked about it, right? The MTI, like how I just
Yeah,
get for
yeah,
the
yeah.
MTI.
You are going for MTI school. Yeah, because I remember last time we talked when we was in T-Mobile, we talked. You
Mhm.
was like, I'm getting accepted or I got accepted.
Oh
And
yeah,
then now
yeah,
you got accepted though, right?
yeah,
Like,
yep, yep,
okay.
yep.
When do you leave for that, bro?
So, bro, I'm waiting right now. So it's like I don't have my interviews and stuff with the Wing King. Well, not the
Mm,
Wing King, but like the Wing Command Chief.
mm.
But I got like one more interview, and then I'll probably know something by maybe like a month, bro. You know how the Air Force like,
Yeah,
bro. It's a
yeah.
bunch of hurry up and wait, bro. So
Hmm.
I'm just waiting on that. But still, like just going back, to the high school thing, bro. It's just like I say, man, just growth, bro. Just trying to just figure out what's best, like what's best in my life. What's for me, what ain't for me, ain't for me. But what
Mm.
is for me, I just leave it up in God's hands, man. But just to, like I say, man, just trying to be a better me for real, man, and just provide for, like I say, I don't have like a family right now, like kids and all that, like a wife, nothing like that right now. But obviously, it's gonna come with
Mm.
someday, same as like you. But bro, I'm just always just thinking about what's next constantly, bro. And it's just like just trying to be just trying to just find out what's next, bro. Like
Mm.
for real. So it's
You
like,
know, what's funny, man? Like me and all my friends, bro. Like we all kind of think the same. Like my
mhm,
other buddy who just left Madeira, you'll like him, bro. He's a cool dude.
yeah, yeah,
Like
I'm familiar.
we all think like, what is next?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to get to point B from point A?
Yeah.
You know what? How am I going to get to all of my goals? That's what
Hmm.
all of my homies kind of think the same way.
Hmm.
But at the same time, though, I ask you this question: like, do you ever feel like you're not able to be present because you're thinking so much about what's next? Do you ever feel like you're missing out on the right now
Uh-huh.
because you're so focused on the next move?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a good question because like when you say like just focusing like on that present, bro, it's like I'm the type of person, bro. I'm just like I live life, and then like as I'm living my life, bro, I'm just like, all right. I try not to get too fixated on, like, oh, what if I do this wrong?
Mm,
Like, should I take this right now? It's like how I just reverted back to like the drill sergeant thing. It's like I really want to become like a recruiter, but
mm,
it's like I was stressing on that, and when I found out what I had, I was like, dang, they came up to me, it's like, hey, you got MTI. And I'm just like, it's something that I envision myself always, like, I don't want to say always, but it's something that I envision myself doing. But it's like, I was like, dang, man, this really happened. Like, this really came. But I'm thinking that, I put down on my dream sheet that, I was probably going to get the recruiter thing.
mm.
But it's like, I didn't try to beat myself down too much about it because I'm just like, going back to the same thing I was saying, what's for me is for me. But it's like, it is easy to get caught up in that mindset, bro, of, just like, of just your mind start to wander in too many places at one time. And it's
Hmm.
just like, but if you do that, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's easy to get sent down that rabbit hole. It's like the what ifs.
Yeah, like that negative spiral kind
Mm-hmm.
of takes over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I asked that question because that's something that I find myself struggling with sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always think like, well, what's next? Well, what's next? Well, what's next?
Yeah.
And I kind of look at it as like I overthink for sure, but I overthink now. I've been overthinking for so long. I think I've mastered the art of overthinking, because all overthinking is thinking of every situation and possibility.
Yeah.
But if you think of every situation and possibility and you don't do anything, then that's why people feel like the anxiety and stuff built up, because they don't do anything. What I like to do is I like to overthink and then overdo. Like with before we started shooting, we had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I already think in my mind, okay, let's say the worst thing happens and we can't record, and then like something dies and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already kind of thinking like, if for whatever reason, what are all of the things that could go wrong, and then I have a solution for all of them. You feel me? But that is something I struggle with, bro. Like sometimes I feel myself missing out on what's right now because I'm thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead, and I'm really trying to focus more on being present, but it's hard because I'm so like, okay, yeah, we got this done, but like I could be doing this as well, you know. I could be doing more. I could be doing this. I could be doing that. So like, for the times you have felt like that, like what advice would you give somebody who like comes to you? They're like, "Yo, Sergeant Warner, man, like this is how I'm feeling." Like, what would you give them to kind of be like, "Look, man, like don't let your thoughts defeat you."
I feel like, all right, so the answer to that question, how I deal with a person, it's like, bro, it just all depends on the type of person that you're talking to. So it's like, it's kind of like a read the room thing. So it's like, if I know somebody that, you know, I've been around them and stuff, you know, we're not always best friends with the people we work with.
Right.
You know little things about them. So it's like, if I know that this person might like, you know, if I know this person go to church on Sundays, I'm like, okay, you know, this person, you know, is a probably spiritual person.
Yeah, you can relate it back to something that, yeah.
So let's say if I know somebody struggling with something, right, I'm just like, okay, shoot, if, you know, they battling something like that, it's easy for me to be like, okay, you know, just kind of let go and let God, because, you know, the things that you, I guess, just kind of worry yourself about the most usually never happen. It's like, and we are our biggest critics a lot of the times and stuff. And it's like something that you might be thinking of, you like, oh, like let's say like if you put on an outfit or something, right? Like how you change shirts. So let's just like say you had like this is something random. Like let's say like, you know, you in your head, whatever about the shirt, and you're like, dang man, you know, I just ate this Whataburger. You know, he's like, I got a little stain up on there. He gonna say something. Let's imagine like, you know, you've been thinking about this whole time, right? But nobody ever said nothing about nobody ever noticed it. Nobody even said nothing. You're like, dang, I was really in my head about nothing, whatever. So it's just like, for me, I'm just like, okay, bro, you just gotta kind of let go, let God. Or if I'm dealing with somebody that's not spiritual or something like that, right? If they are battling with that, I'm like, prioritize that. Like, you know, write a little list, whatever. Like, what is really like, what's the worst thing that can happen? But it's like, I know, like for you, how you said, you know, like something that you struggle. I don't know if you always been that way, like, you know, like your whole life, or if it's just something that you kind of like started dealing with, like in your adulthood. Like, you know, when you left home and you know, you left like the nest and all that, and then it's something new you started struggling with. But the biggest thing for me, bro, is always just, you know, read the room, bro. Let go, let God. If I know if it's something that's not really spiritual, bro, you can just like, man, just write you a list down and just see what's really important and what's not, what's real, like what's reality and what's, you know,
made up.
What's made up.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's another way, like I try to think about something, bro, and it's just like, I just like to think, you know, it's either A and B, bro. It's like either it is or it's not. Like that's just the type of person I kind of like I don't want to say always been, but kind of developed that mindset just going through the years. You know, we both got 10 years for the game. So it's
I hit my 10-year mark in May. I definitely like what you said, bro. Like, it's easy to think that you're more important than you really are, in the sense of like, oh, everybody's looking at me. Everybody's worried about what I got going on and this and that. And it's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's really worried about what you got going on. Like everyone's thinking that they're the main character in their own movie. So like no one's really worried about what you got going on. Bro. And that was big for me, man, in high school, bro. Like, I think everyone's insecure in high school when they're teenagers. I think everyone's insecure. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know, we go to Camden, boy, they'll roast you enough. What? You got to get your P's and Q's over there.
No, you started talking about my shirt. I was like, no, not like this.
He said, don't do it to him, Bloodbath. Don't do it to him, Bloodbath.
Not a Black History Month. I was like, not like this, bro. I'll let you come into the house. Just what you got on, bro? You got to do that.
That'd be wild. Your first time coming to somebody's house, right? When this your first time ever, and you really on some roast section. That'd be wild for real. That'd be wild. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna spare him this time. But second time I come, I don't got comfy. So I ain't even asked you for water yet.
Oh man, bro, that's actually crazy. Nah, but like in high school, man, you know, everybody's super insecure.
So it's like, hey, you over there, we 16, we on the bus sport, and then you just see something like, bro, you see some Nissan 350Z pull up, and then you like, hold on, you know, what the hell, like, what's going on? And you know, he, like I say, bro, he probably go to Georgia Southern or something like that.
Right.
I'm like, come on, bro, I know.
Right.
He like,
and she's a sophomore, so you're like, I know you're not even 18 for real. So what's really going on here, bro?
He's like, you can't compete with that,
bro.
You got the mongoose outside,
bro. I'm riding the bus still. What do you mean? There's absolutely nothing I can do. I'm cooked. I'm actually cooked.
That's fact.
But like, why do you think that happens though, bro? Like, why do you think that? I ask actually better question. When do you think that shift like happens between like men and women?
Bro, for real though, it's like what I be thinking too. It's like one, some people just peak in high school.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, some people peak, and it's like
fair.
You know, but you would never know that until life happened though. It's like, you know, you would never look at somebody, you know, when we ain't really thinking about nothing like that, 15, 16,
right,
somebody
right.
like, you know, you reach your peak, whatever. But it's like, man, it's like, you know, you got women that's hustlers, you got men that's hustlers too. And it's just like, I feel like when it comes to like, you know, like certain individuals and stuff too, it's just like, man, I don't know if somebody like if they just lose the ambition, like they drive, they say the ambition or just will to do anything, bro. Because it's like, let's say you take you have some of the baddest females who went to high school with, right? And it's just like sometimes that's just all they got, bro. That's all they got, and it's like, you know, you might think it can be the most popular, bro, the most good looking, best dressed, and this, that, and the third, whatever. They're hanging out with the most popular people, whatever, right? And then, you know, we come along. Let's just say you got you know, your average dude come along, or whatever. It's like, you know, we might have 2 or 3 people, you know, that we clicked up with like in high school versus, you know, when you see them, they probably around 20 people at all times, bro. And it's just like, you know, they ain't really stuff that we think about. Like, it's just like, oh, you know, how they gonna be with, you know, whenever we out of high school. It's just like in the moment thing about, you know, they doing their own thing. That stuff never fazed me like too much because I'm just like, I just always just like, then I always have my own select people that I keep doing.
Right, yeah.
But it's just like say going back to, you know, the 20, 30 people that I did kept around. It was the main show at the pep rallies. They was like, say, cheerleader, just always, you know, out and about every time you see them, parties, whatever, this, that, and third.
Yeah.
But I think it, bro, I think it, like, what it could be, though, is just like, they don't really have nothing, like, not all. I'm not saying
right.
Like, all
I understand, like, everything has exceptions. And it's certainly not every single chick that was bad in high school is busted now. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, though, like, it used to be like, yeah, I have no shot with that girl. It just is what it is, whatever the case may be. But then life starts to keep moving, and you're looking, and you're like, oh, they still haven't left Camden. I've been here, I've been there. Oh, okay. Oh, they're you know, let's just say they're a struggling single mom, and it's like, I'm saving like $600-700 a month. Like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, they hitting you up, and you're like, this chick would never talk to me before. But now they're hitting me up. Like, what's really going on?
Yeah. And it make you think to yourself. I'm like, it do make you like start to question, bro. Because like, you know, me and you both, we both been through that and all that. So it's like we all got the same 24 hours, bro. It's just, you know, what, like how we handle them, like to separate us apart. But it's just like, I have wondered about that type of stuff too. Like, you know, what's her intention? You know, like, is this because she see? I swear, bro, I'm not gonna name drop nobody, nothing like that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We know who we're talking about.
But I had a certain individual. This is, bro, probably like, you know, my first year in the military. Yeah, I probably say like first year in the military. Like after I got settled in, you know, and then it's just like I come back. Well, I didn't even come back home yet. You know, like they see you post a new car. They see you post you know, you got your little crib, whatever. I think it's like, actually, this probably like 2 years after I got rid of something going. So it's like, you know, you single, you don't got you a new whip, you got you a nice little crib with the homies and stuff, and they see the lifestyle that you live in. It's like, you know, they just see like the shiny things and stuff too. And they be like, dang, I had this one person comment. It was like, you know, dang, you like, you know, you seem like you're doing good for yourself. You go up, we should chill whenever you come back to Camden. And then so I'm just like, this person ain't never said nothing to me. A day and bro, we never talked in person. at all. But I don't even know why we had each other on like social media and stuff anyway. But I'm just like, I think to myself, I'm just like, bro, hold on, this is random. So we just chopping it up and stuff, and the conversation just leads to push up on me and stuff when you get in town. And then in my head, I'm like, bro, this is set up. Like, I ain't never thought. And this person right here kind of kept like some sketchy people around, like not sketchy to where I felt like they're gonna rob me, but just like ain't the best.
Yeah,
like,
they're not. They don't do what you're doing type deal.
Yeah. We got different motions of life,
Yeah.
and it's like you just got they're just around some people that just probably make bad decisions. Like that's it, but nothing where I feel threatened. But yeah, man, it's just like I don't know. I don't know if they looking for a come up. Like some people just be looking for a come up, or if it's just they got used to just doing the same thing, bro. From when we was freshmen or sophomore, it's like okay, I'm a wake up in the morning, and this is talking about them. I'm gonna wake up. I might probably drink a little something, hit a vape, smoke some weed, and that's it. Like not even working or nothing. Like so I'm just like, this is what you do? Like, cause I'm like, you at least have a job, but McDonald's or something. Like, I'm never gonna knock somebody hustle. Like, at least you working, whether that's McDonald's, Chipotle, join the Army, Marines, whatever. Like, I never knock somebody for having a job. But it's just like, it just make you think. Like, is this
real? Yeah. Or am I about to get set up? I see the discrepancies and what I got going on and what you got going on. But that's why, like for me, how I think about it, because all the questions that I have like posted over there, we'll go through them and we'll deviate and stuff like that. But I try to answer the questions as well. Like like for me, right? I think the reason why that happens is because for us, right? Like I always say, growing up medium ugly was the best thing ever happened. growing up medium ugly was the best thing that ever happened to me, bro. Because you have to learn, like, okay, I can't just get by off of my looks, bro. Like there was some dudes in high school, like they just got every girl. Like it just was what it was, bro. Like there's nothing that you can do about it.
And some people get them off of the height. Like you getting girls just based off your height,
bro. And crazy. Bro, they be having nothing. That's all they got. They tall and dumb, and the girls be like, "Oh my god!" So once I saw that, I was like, you move past like the jealousy stuff because you're like, "Dang, I wanted that girl, but she don't want me." So all right, I guess I gotta do X, Y, and Z. You move past it, but what really ends up happening, bro, is like you're forced to work on yourself because like dudes are forced to work on themselves. Like you're forced to have value. Not to say that women don't have no value, and not to say that women can't work on themselves. They certainly can. But a beautiful woman is gonna have most of the world waiting on her hand and foot. She's
I agree with that.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be around her. Everybody wants to get to know her. Everybody wants to take up some of her space. And dudes all want to bang her.
Yeah.
So everyone that she encounters is going to like her, and if they don't like her, it's still because she's pretty.
Yeah,
it's not like they hate her; they're just jealous that they're not her. But if you're just a random dude, like no one cares about you for real. It's like being a bum; like people just step over you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I think it's like you have to like really learn how to like operate and move in the world when you aren't super tall or like super good looking. You're just like a regular dude. When you start, if your baseline is average, you can build up and like become above average. And I feel like that's what me and you have done. Like we've built ourselves up. Like we learned about money. We've traveled the world. We learned how to talk to people. We've learned like soft skills and like how to be better because we had to.
Yeah.
There's no choice. But I feel like a lot of women in general, but also just people from Camden that never leave, they never have that experience. And they never get to like really grow outside of Camden. So anywhere they go, they take Camden with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's your take on that? Like you agree, disagree?
Nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I could agree with that. Especially like, bro, it's like when you never leave, it's like that's all you know. And it's like it's crazy that you mentioned that because we was actually just talking about this at work. What was this? That was 2 days ago. Just talking about like, people moving around and stuff. So it's like I remember I was talking, it was this one part in California, I forgot because we was talking about Vandenberg. It was where this one guy was from. And I was like, yeah, man, I never heard of that part of California, but I was like, that's like Camden, it's a small town, right? So it's like we was just we was just talking about, we was like, yeah, I feel like nobody probably would move there unless you're from there. And he was like, well, you can kind of say that, about like pretty much anywhere in the world.
True.
It's like, like who knows, bro? It's like one day we're gonna take the uniform off and you're gonna become back into the civilian world again, right? So it's just like, you don't live overseas, you don't live in London. So it's like, I don't know where you want to go, like whenever it's all said and done. But it's like for me, I know I'm not going back to Camden. It's like, cause I've seen stuff.
Heck no, bro.
Bro.
Heck no.
But yeah, it's like I know for sure. But it's like I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I can speak for myself, so I know for sure I'm not going back to Camden.
Bro, you can speak for both of us.
Yeah,
I'm not. Bro, I haven't been. I think last time we hung out, I was telling you about this, bro. I haven't been back to Camden since my sister moved. I haven't been back to Camden since like 23. Like the beginning of 23. Yeah. That's because I had a fight up in Jacksonville. I had a boxing match in Jacksonville. So I just stopped in Canada real quick to stay the night. But bro, and here's the thing, right? If I'm being completely honest and transparent, I don't even hate Camden.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Me neither.
I just look at the person I am now and the man that I am now and the man who I was when I left Camden. And I'm like, I don't ever want to go back to that primitive version of me. So all of the distance that I've created between then and now, I feel like it's easier to backslide into old habits when I'm in the place where the old habits were born. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I try to really avoid Camden for that reason because I'm like, man, it's easy to hit up old girl that like did X, Y, and Z with me in high school. Yeah. She got 3 kids now. I know I can backslide on shorty. Or I know I can do this. I know I can do that. Whereas when I'm overseas doing stuff, yeah, there's still temptation. There's temptation everywhere you go. But when it comes to like working harder and working on yourself, that's every day. There's no one coming to help you. There's no one coming to save you. It's just you. You got to just figure that stuff out. You get what I'm saying? So
no, that's facts.
That's kind of why like I'm real standoffish with Camden. But that being said, though, I still got some homies there. Like I got some friends that are like really, really close to me, and I need to go. I actually do need to see them and chop it up with them. But a lot of the times, man, when it comes to Camden, I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, I keep it at like arm's distance. You know what I'm saying?
I see why you do though. I see why you do, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, it ain't too much. It's never too much going on out there, bro. We know we don't grew up out there since we was 6, 7 years old, bro. So it's like we already know what it's like. I do wish, like, you know, like my closest friends that's still out in Camden and never was able to leave. I do wish that, you know, they could have the same opportunity, and not even like just join the military, but just had that same opportunity to, you know, just travel on somebody else's dime. So it's like I done been to Delaware. I lived out there for 4 years. And I remember, but I never forget when I found out. Well, first I had orders to actually Japan, but it was like, you know, I was in a relationship.
Oh, you would have loved Japan, bro.
I know.
Oh, bro, you would have loved Japan.
Every time I tell people that, bro, they still like, you traded Japan. But you know, bro, I'm 19 years old, bro. I'm like, you know, I was still with my like my high school sweetheart, whatever. And it's like I found out, I was like, bro, I'm going to Japan. I was like, I knew I didn't want to get married, and I was just like, I wasn't ready. I knew I wasn't ready for marriage. I didn't want to get married. I don't want to say I didn't want to.
I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I will say though too. Like, just a caveat, real quick. Like, when it comes to marriages in the military, bro. Like, man, it's another topic. It's tough, bro. It's tough, man. Like, it's so hard because I've seen like good homies, like friends of mine, go through like some really dark stuff. That they deployed and they chicks getting banged out by next dude, by whoever else,
right?
And they just,
scary,
bro. And it's like
scary.
How do you recover from that, bro? Like you there's nothing really you can do, and let's just say you never know, and then she gets pregnant, and you don't know if the kid is yours, and depending on the state you're in, they're just gonna say like, "Well, y'all was living together," so like, I don't want that for my worst enemy, bro.
Yeah,
I really wouldn't want that for the person that
especially your wife, and not just your girlfriend, your wife.
Your wife, you're tied to her legally. Yeah, that stuff, man. That stuff to me, bro, that's the scariest thing about being in the military.
Yeah.
It's like, if you marry the wrong woman, bro, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can really do, man. And that's kind of like why I started this podcast. Because like for me, this whole YouTube channel was really just me making a channel like for the younger version of me, right? So obviously I grew up in a 2-parent household. Like my parents always been together, but your parents miss stuff that you notice as you get older. So for me, this YouTube channel and this podcast was just kind of me trying to fill in the gaps the best way I can. So one day, if I have a son, have a daughter, I can show them this and be like, hey, maybe you can get some value out of it.
Right. No, that's right.
But at the same time, bro, like marriage is super, like, because I don't want to have kids out of wedlock. I don't want to have like a whole bunch of kids running around. Like for me, that's only cool right up until I bust that nut. As soon as I bust that nut, I'm like, no, what have I done?
So we gonna go half on this plan B. And then she looking at you like a broke nigga.
Going half on a plan B is crazy. No, half on a plan B is crazy.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even know that. Let's say like you dealing with like a military chick, right?
Yeah.
And you need the plan B. But I swear, this probably maybe about like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I didn't know they could just go to the clinic, the base clinic, just get it for free.
I didn't know that either. But I haven't.
You gotta pay 50.
I don't mess with military chicks though.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Bro, since my 10 years being in, dog, I have only messed with one military chick for sure. Was dogging her out for sure.
She was active duty.
Yeah. Sure. She was active. She was active, bro. She was, man. I'll tell you about that offline. That was insane. But yeah, I've only messed with like one or two military girls. All the other chicks I've messed with has all been like civilians. Yeah. I don't mess with military chicks, man, because they act like dudes, in my opinion. Not all of y'all, not every single one. Yeah. But there's, bro, the ones that I seem to be attracted to, like I get to really know them, they just start acting like me, and I'm like, no, I don't want this.
Bro, the points that, like, I ain't gonna lie, this is stuff that you talking about like today is crazy, bro, because I swear. Like I work in a warehouse, so it's like you know how warehouse talk go. We can just talk about anything. Yeah. And it's like I'm not working in no.
That's why I wanted to get you on the pod as well, though, bro, because we've had conversations and stuff, and we've always been cool as well. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, bro, I gotta sit down and talk to my dog about just like life and stuff. Yeah. When you're working like in a space like that, it's just you and your boys or whoever for like 12, 15 hours.
Yeah. You gonna talk as long as y'all. Like, you're gonna 12, 15. We working over there. I'll be damn. We did that. But yeah, it's about 10. Like say at most probably like 10 hours.
Okay, fair. But
it's like say it's. I guess it's kind of like you too though, bro. Because like you're not working in an office setting, so it's like the difference between my job and your job. You never know what your day might look like. Right. Obviously, I know what I go and like I know what my day is gonna look like, bro. I go in and we just supply the maintainers with aircraft parts, right? But it's pretty much just like a laid back environment, bro. We don't got colonels and everybody coming up in there, so it's just laid back. You just I don't want to say like laid back, pretty much chilling, and then you just like shooting shit like with folks. So we was just talking about this in the office literally yesterday, bro. I swear to you. So we was talking about the topic got brought up, like women and men 50-50. So it's like we had people in the office, just give like their opinions on everything, right? Okay. So it's just like, and it got talked about. Like we had one of the women in there. She brought up the point. She was like, well, I'm not going 50-50, with my man whenever, he's not like one, which her husband is in the military. So, she wasn't disrespectful or nothing with it, but she was just like, I'm not going 50-50 on my man, like with my man. And then he's expecting me to always just be like, submissive, like all the time when I'm giving 50-50 too. So it's just like, what separates yourself as the man? Yeah. She's like, what separates yourself? Yeah, she was like, so what separates yourself as? She was like, pretty much, why should I, have to give up the coochie whenever you want it, and she'll pretty much give it the coochie whenever you want it, and just always be submissive, without never saying nothing or giving my 2 cents when you're going 50-50 with me. So if we're paying the same mortgage and the same bills, and like I was kind of she was going, I was kind of like getting a little bit to a certain extent. She like we're paying the same bills, everything split down the middle, daycare. All that. So what separates yourself, as the man and me as the woman? So like I should have as much to say as you do too as well. And then so I was like, I'm hearing out, I was like, okay, that's pretty valid. So like my take on it is just like my woman, right? We live in obviously we live in a different world than what our parents grew up in. It's like everything's just expensive as fuck. Everything is expensive.
Yeah, this economy is different now, bro. Yeah,
bro, it's crazy. I'm like, bro, you got people stealing eggs like at Walmart just so they can goddamn get it, like make it.
Stealing an omelet is crazy, bro.
You might go see people still have the deep bag, stealing eggs at the deep bag, bro. But I mean, it's just the type of world we live in right now.
That's wild, bro.
But it's just like, bro, like when we talk about, I guess you say military women. I don't want to say it's not hard to compete, but I could see where they come from when they be like, okay, we make the same amount of money. It's like, let's say, no matter what job you in, you can be, like say, you can be a firefighter. You can take somebody that works in finance. But like say, you got an E5 and an E5, right? You're doing way more stuff than what that person is doing, just sitting in the office all day, just pretty much chilling.
Yeah, especially if they're finance, they mess up 9 times out of 10 anyways.
Bro. Oh yeah, and they give you attitude when you walking in at the time. Anyway, I'm like, dang, bro.
You're like, bro, I'm here because y'all messed up. How you mad at me for something you did? But...
And they're like, submit the ticket. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, so I can understand, why women would be like, okay, if I'm going 50-50, like like pretty much. I'm not saying you gotta do what I say, or whatever. We ain't gonna rule like no tyrants, kind of like that. But it's just like when you get to talking about the submissive thing, and like like some active duty women are like just a little headstrong because they making their coins too, just like how we making our coin. They can provide for themselves, so it's like it's like saying this, right? Let's say that, like, not comparing us to rich people, but it's like, how do you give a rich person a gift, right? It's just like they got everything. They good, or like,
I like that question that you just asked. How do you give a rich person a gift? You have to first understand what they value, because they don't need they don't need to value money because they have an abundance of it. So for them, money is whatever.
Yeah.
But they might value time, or they might value the thought behind the gift. It might not cost a bunch, but it's like, I can tell that you put time into it. So going back to the conversation of 50-50, I look at it like this, right? You're right. Women today technically don't need a man to provide for them. Especially, let's just keep it in the scope of military women.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But in the scope of military women, if I'm an E5 and she's an E5, we're at the same base. We're pretty much making the same thing. Give or take dependents, whatever the case may be, BAH, all that stuff. We're pretty much making the same thing. So now, if she values a man that's a provider, which most women do, I can't provide financially more for her than she can provide for herself. So that's the point that I think your friend is coming from.
Yeah.
There's two issues that I have with that. I'm going to kind of give it from like the everyday perspective, and then I'm going to give it from like the religious perspective to my knowledge. So the everyday perspective is this, right? A lot of women will say that they won't go 50-50 with a man, but they'll go 100% by themselves. That makes no sense. If I'm trying to bench press a weight and I can't get it off my chest, and I'm constantly complaining, this is heavy, this hurts, everything's expensive, rent is more expensive, groceries are more expensive, and then someone tries to help me and I go, what are you doing? No, get off me. Let me die under this weight. And they go, okay.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Yeah.
But you're pushing everybody away. And obviously, if this man is willing to help you, of course you want something in return. Of course, whether that be a relationship, whether that be sex, whatever the case may be. And if you're not okay with that, then do it by yourself.
Yeah.
That's fine. You you have that option. You don't have to be with somebody. You can be alone.
Yeah.
With your kid, your cats, whatever the case, there's no law saying that can't happen. Don't do that. Push everybody away and then say that there's no good men. Don't do that. Yeah. That's the problem. That's what we're really talking about.
Yeah.
Is they'll push everybody away. He wasn't tall enough. He didn't make enough money. That one was married and I didn't know about it. There's no good men left. It's like, no, all of the good men you just don't want.
Yeah.
There's good men there. You just don't want them because they don't meet your standards.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
If they don't meet your standards, they shouldn't be with you. That's the whole point of having standards.
Yeah.
But we're not going to sit up here and act like every single dude is bad. Just like how we're not going to sit up here and act like every single woman is good or every single woman is bad. People vary based off of whatever standards you have.
Yeah.
So the whole 50-50 talk to me, I'm going to say this, I'm going to go to the spiritual side. The whole 50-50 talk to me is like, it always just boils back down to money. That's really like when I hear people, not just women, when I hear men talk about this as well, it always just comes back to money. And it's like, the reason why that's so dangerous is because let's say you meet someone that can pay for literally everything you need. Are you going to be happy with doing everything that they say? Even if it goes against your morals? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. If they're like, well, I paid you, so you should kill this goat in front of your family with your bare hands. And you're like, well, I don't want to do that. It's like, well, I paid you and you said, you know what I'm saying?
Like, when do you draw a line?
Right. Where is the line?
Yeah.
Where is the line?
And like speaking of line too, another question that I had asked, I was like, okay, so like I say, majority of the room, they like, it was split. Like I say, it was even, like, with the, like coming from the win and like the women and the men's side. It's like, I understand both sides and stuff too. But one of the things too, I was like, okay, well, let's say this, right? A woman was like, okay, I don't want to go 50-50. Let's say I asked her this, it's like specifically. So let's say that, you just met a nice, cool man. Everything seemed great. You didn't even know this man was a millionaire. Like, you just like, he came to you one day, things got serious, right? And he was like, okay, like, I'm ready to tie you down. It's what I want. Like, I'm ready to have some kids and all that too. This man is worth $10 million, right? She never even knew this. He tells him, sure, oh dang, I didn't know that. I really like this guy, whatever. The only stipulation that this man has is like I said, he's worth $10 million.
Mm.
He tells you, I want to be with you, but I fuck other women from time to time. I'm not gonna bring it to the house. You would never, like, pretty much, I'm never gonna do nothing to embarrass you, whatever. Would you be fine with that? This man is worth $10 million. Like, yeah, I'll be fine with that. You know, as long as he's not bringing home no crazy diseases. He not having another baby. He had a baby on me. This, that, and the third. And like I said, that just like brings back the thing. Money. How much are you willing to take because of money? This is like it's like Mike Tyson say, everybody got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll be wondering, could you really allow your? Because I know me. If my girl, like, let's say if I like my girl's worth $10 million, right? No, you tell me that. No, if your girl told you something like that, and she's worth 10, what are you saying to her?
There's no amount of money. Well, first of all, let's look at it like this. First of all, to answer your question directly, there's no amount of money that would make that okay for a woman with me.
Yeah.
But the real reason why is, like, men and women, we can't sit up here and act like we're the same, because we're not.
Yeah.
Because even if a woman has her own money, we as men kind of know that that's not really our money.
Yeah.
That's really just her money, for real. Because, like, unless you're a bum, unless you're just cool with asking, bro, I don't ask my parents for stuff. Yeah. Why would I ask my girl for stuff? You know what I'm saying? So we kind of know if a woman makes 10 million or is worth 10 million, that's still her 10 million.
That's still her money. She can put you out the next day. If you and the little
and let's be honest as well. If she's worth 10 million, I gotta be at least worth 11 to be with her. Yeah. Like, it's not gonna be like,
women never date down.
No,
women never date down. They're not gonna do that to themselves.
And to be quite honest with you, I think that dudes should be doing that more often as well, because we get caught up with the physical, right? We get caught up with, oh, she looks good, so therefore she is good. Any problem she has, I can fix.
Yeah,
that's what men do a lot of. Not every man, but that's what a lot of men do.
Yeah, you see it.
Women don't do that. Women date like buying a car. What are the Carfax? How long has it been on the shop? Has it been in any accidents? Men date like parking a car. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. That one's handicapped, but it's all good. We don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we can't sit up here and act like both sides are thinking with the same blueprint, because we're not. So it doesn't matter if a woman makes $10 million. Yeah, some guys might be cool with that, but best believe he's going to be taking the money that she's giving him and smacking a chick that's actually faithful. Because no dude wants to be with a girl. I don't think any person wants to be with any person that's openly cheating on them. But I think that some women will say that they'll tolerate it because of that guy's resources. The same way how men look at women as sexual objects, in the sense of, like, you look at a woman, she looks good. You're looking at her face, her hips, things that exude healthy offspring, a sexual object, if you will. Women look at men as success objects. The car that he drives, the watch that he has on, the Armani suit, what fragrance is he wearing? Where does he live? How much does he make? So the two sides are coming from two totally opposite ends here. But my problem with that is, again, you can't sit up here and say that you want a nice guy who goes to church. And this brings me to the spiritual side. I didn't forget. I'm going to touch on that in a second. You can't say that you want a nice guy. Is that a lizard?
Oh, you see him?
I'm pretty sure that's a lizard, like, on the...
Oh, that is a lizard.
Okay. All right. Well,
he's just chilling, bro. Yeah, fifth floor.
It is what it is. I'm not going to get up right now. But you can't sit up here and say that you want a nice guy who goes to church and does this and does that, but at the same time hold the belief that if some guy who's worth $10 million, let's say, comes around, he can just make you do whatever for money. Like, if you have both of those things, like, that's a very bad deal for that guy. Because let's say you go to a Chris Brown concert. Let's say he works extra hours, he works extra hard, gets you those front row tickets, get you that backstage pass, and then you end up giving Chris Brown the head after the show. He's gonna be like, "What was all of? I pretty much paid. Yeah. I paid to make myself look like a fool."
Yeah,
and you're gonna be like, "Oh, nothing happened. It's fine." Like, you're gonna ruin that man. You're gonna absolutely ruin him. So, I don't think that makes sense. Going back to the spiritual side, and I've certainly fallen short of this. Like, you shouldn't be, for dudes, for men. We're expected to be the leaders. We're expected to treat women how Christ treated the church. And Christ died for the church. So men are expected to die for women, but not just every woman or any woman, like your woman, your wife, because Jesus was married to the church. So all of the crazy stuff we've been doing, all of the casual sex, all of that stuff, it shouldn't have ever happened. And it should be like one man gets with one woman and they get married under the covenant of God, and then they get to do all of the freaky deaky stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not what happens. But what happens now is, and that, but my point is, that's how it used to be.
Yeah.
Right. That's how it used to be in the traditional sense. But what ends up happening now, first of all, you have a lot of women that don't act traditional. You have a lot of women that say that they want traditional benefits, but they don't act like traditional women. That same woman who, and to be fair, it's not really women's fault. It's not really women's fault at all. It's really men's fault, because we make society. Men build society, but we've built society to be so easy for a lot of women, in the sense that a lot of the housework that women used to have to do by hand, it's all gotten automated to some extent. You can buy a vacuum now that vacuums your whole house. You just control it on your phone. You have washing machines and dryers, so you don't have to hang up your clothes to dry anymore. Um, and you have, for dishes, you have dishwasher. Like, men created most of this stuff to make women's lives easier. And then after World War II, women got to join the workforce because all of the men were off fighting and dying in war.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, that's when you really had a shift in like the mindset for a lot of women. They were like, well, I'm not gonna just sit up in the kitchen anymore. I want to work and make my own money. And it used to also be like women didn't even, like, they could do anything. They couldn't have credit cards, debit cards, unless it was under their husband's name.
That is wild.
And a lot of women that are feminists will say that that's not right, and they're right. That isn't right. The part that they're forgetting, though, is that if that woman went to commit a crime, her husband went to jail, because the wife was considered the husband's property, but the husband was expected to die for said property. So we're saying one didn't even get to live their life for their own, and that's messed up.
Yeah.
And the other was expected to die for the person that is living for him. And men still hold that to this day. Right now, if you're with your girl and someone breaks into the house, you're not going to look at her and fight them.
Oh yeah, hell no.
You're going to get up and fight them.
And you tell them get back. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you surveying everything. You like,
Exactly.
Hey, stay here, baby, stay here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So men still have that traditional role, if you will, but the world is no longer traditional. So when we talk about 50-50, it's really like a lot of times what I've noticed is women saying like, I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want to do it. And you can't tell me anything different, but I still expect you to treat me how my father treated my mom. But my question is, do you act like that? Do you cook meals? Do you clean? Do you take care of him? Do you take care of his needs? No, you don't. You're over here arguing about 50-50. And if I say no and all these other dudes say no, you're going to go 100 by yourself, as opposed to compromising with someone who is still willing to help you.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So the whole 50-50 talk, to me, anytime I hear a woman like kind of bring that up, I'm already looking to see where else we might disagree. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on that. Like, am I making sense though? Does that check out? You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely get you for that. Like, I definitely get you for sure. Yeah. So it's like, it's definitely, bro, we live in different times than our, like I say, even, I don't want to say just our parents, but like, you take it back to our grandparents. It was like, bro, it was just way two different areas. Like, if you ever like, you spent the weekend in your grandparents' house versus, come back home and you with your parents. Like I said, I grew up in a two-parent household too. So it's just like, you could just see it's just a night and day difference of, just like, the treatment. So it's just like how you say women can ask for, hey, I need to be wine and dine, I need this, I need that. But what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to make your man feel like a man and then make him feel secure? Like, you can't really make a man feel secure. It's like, that's like a whole other talk. You get like the alpha male, the beta male.
I disagree. I definitely think there's certain things that a woman can do to make her man feel more secure. For example, right? Like, if my girl was here, let's say, and you're coming over for a podcast, and she was like, hey, I made steak, or I made steak and potatoes. If you want some that's in the oven, help yourself, is fine. And then she pieced out into the room and we did our podcast. You're gonna be like, bro, they ain't got it made, bro. She ain't got it made, man. This girl made a steak, and it was fire, bro. Like, oh, bro, that shit was good. So now, you know what I'm saying? Once you leave, I'm like, oh, thank you, baby. Like, I'm gonna be the talk of the town throughout the homeboys. Like, So I definitely think, and to flip that as well, there's definitely things that a woman can do that can embarrass her man outright. You know what I'm saying? Outright.
Yeah.
So to say that you can't make your significant other secure, I think if they're a normally insecure person, you can definitely do things to reassure them. For
Yeah.
sure. You know what I'm saying? So I disagree. I do think that there's things that a woman can do. And women
Mhm.
know this as well. Because women are good at emotional manipulation.
Oh no, for sure.
Like women are good at that. So
Mhm.
they kind of know what to say and how to say it. Like if
Mhm.
a woman is trying to make someone else jealous, like
Mhm.
I've been in a situation right where a woman was trying to use me to make her boyfriend jealous.
Mhm.
And the stuff that she was doing and saying, I was on the outside looking in, but I could tell what was bothering him and what wasn't.
Mhm.
And it was like she only knows that because she knows how to attack him here.
Oh, this like in person?
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
in England, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is in England. So
Uh,
yeah, I definitely think that there's things that, and both parties can do this as well. It's not solely one-sided, but I
mhm.
definitely think women kind of have the upper hand when it comes to making their partner feel more secure, especially
Yeah.
like with their words. Like, because
Mhm.
women's words can cut deep.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And if like, and then when you talk about like words kind deep and stuff, so it's like with me, bro, I'm the type of person that's like, so, like, and this is certain people be like, okay, no, I don't want to talk right now. Let me get some time to cool off.
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie, I might be a little different. It's like I like to have conversations, at the heat of a moment because like whenever you're mad, bro, you say what you mean.
hmm
Like you say what you really mean.
Yeah.
So like versus when people are like, oh, I didn't mean that I was mad. Bro, when you mad,
That's when you
bro,
mean it.
it's
Yeah.
like, bro, when you mad and when you drunk.
hmm
When you say things when you drunk, that's when that truth started coming out.
Yeah.
Either like whether you trying to mac on the girl that you don't had the crush with for so ain't
Mm.
long, or like say you pissed off, you be like, imagine your girl like or some girl that you like mess with, she like, you shrimp limp dick.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why you couldn't get it
Yeah,
up
right.
whenever we was doing this, that, and be like,
Yeah.
oh damn, like when you say cut deep,
All right.
she gonna try to cut like it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's just gonna hurt
Yeah.
you deep.
Or like if a chick, bro, like if you find out like your chick cheated on you or something and
Yeah.
she's trying to get with that other dude, but
Mhm.
she's gonna talk about all your insecurities
Bro,
out in the open,
and
bro.
that's wild too, bro. If she goes to another man over there pillow talking, bro, and it's like I get it, bro. I don't want to say I don't condone cheating at all, but it's like if I found out one, you cheated, and then two, you've been telling my business too. How he know my credit score dropped 20 points because I ain't pay off the day utility bill?
Y'all played my mixtape and laughed. How dare you?
Bro, it's like let's say you went through a phone, and that's what I went through a phone before. I ain't gonna say I never have, but I know I would never do that because I can never do it again, bro.
I like happiness too much
Yeah,
to go through a girl's,
I love
especially if your girl is bad.
yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? Like with my girl, I haven't quite figured out if she realizes the attention that she get. I think she's a little bit naive is the
Mhm.
point that I'm getting to, because I'll see like certain like comments or like people and I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's definitely flirting with you.
Mhm.
She's like, oh okay, and then she'll block him and it's cool, it's no
Yeah.
problem. But I'm like, does she not know, like does she not just like clock it, like how does, like what does she think about like that,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But kind of alluding to your point, I definitely think, because we're kind of getting off topic, but I love conversations
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
happen
yeah,
naturally. I
yeah.
love stuff like that. I think, again, I don't condone cheating either.
Mhm.
But I think it's worse when a woman cheats.
Oh
And the
no.
reason why is because dudes cheat opportunistically. We cheat
I know what
like,
you mean.
bro, it's been 8 months, bro, and my girl is tripping,
Mhm.
bro. And this girl, Bethany, has been throwing it. You know what,
Mhm.
man? I'm about to just hit her up. That's how
Yeah.
we cheat.
Mhm.
Women are cold and calculated.
Mhm.
They'll be like, the worst story I've heard, this one girl gave her man money to go out and enjoy the day so she could invite the side dude over to her house and smash.
Bro gave him money.
Gave him money, was like, you
Yeah.
know what, baby, you've been working so hard. I want you to like go out, get your hair cut, do this, do that,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna be here waiting for you when you
Mhm.
get home. He was like, oh, for real? He was like, you don't want to come over? She's like, no, I'm tired, but I don't want that to stop you from having a good day.
Yeah.
And of course, dudes, I'm not used to nobody giving me nothing, bro.
Mhm.
Especially after like 18, 19, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's just been me.
Mhm.
You feel me? So like if anyone gives me anything, I'm super grateful. Like you, bro, I'm super grateful for like giving me your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm super grateful for anybody giving me anything. But like he went out, hung out with the boys, got some food, was calling to check up on her,
Mhm.
make sure everything cool. She getting her cheeks beat in by the next dude. And I'm like, bruh, it's
She don't sent you off too. Just thinking you having that you just about to, you know, she doing a good deed, and it's just like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, that's crazy,
bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's actually insane because it's like that's the lengths that some women will go to.
Mm-hmm.
That not every single woman.
Yeah. It's a lot of good women. It's like you can take, bro. It's like it's a lot of like take the news for example, right? So it's like we always hear about bad. You know, you turn on Jack's news station. It's like, oh, someone so got murdered, killing. This person got arrested, locked up. Oh, weed, there's fentanyl. This is why I don't watch the news, bro, because like a lot of people are like, dang man, you know, it's just so negative. And it's like a lot of people think that's all that's what's going on in the world. Like, you know, it's good things too. It's hella good things, but that's not really being promoted because that's not what sells, whatever. So it's like there are great women in this world. And it's funny that well, not funny, but it's crazy that you said like, you know, when the wildest thing that you don't heard was something like that. And probably the wildest thing for me that I don't heard, bro, until this day, bro. I swear it to you, bro. I had this got this white homie. He was smashing this one chick, bro. She had a boyfriend, right? So this girl tells him to, you know, you can nut, they like just sexing and shit. Tells him, yeah, you know, I want you to nut in me, all this thing, you know, like you pretty much like you're good fuck, all this type of shit. So he literally asked her, he's like, if I nut in you, what if you get pregnant? This girl's response, I swear to you, bro. This girl's response.
I don't think I'm ready for what you're. I don't think I'm ready for what you're about to say. But go ahead.
And this was years ago, bro. This is years ago. But I ain't gonna give too much details because I don't want nobody trying to piece stuff together. No.
At approximately 7:39
calculations, all right. Look at that.
The wind blows southeast. Yeah.
So this girl's response, bro. He said, he was like, "What if you get pregnant?" She said, "Well, he wouldn't know because both of y'all are white. He would think it was his." Bruh. What?
Yeah,
they're not together. This right now they're not together. I can tell you that now for sure. They ain't together, this couple. But that was wild, bro. Talking about he'll never know because y'all both white.
My thing is this, right? Like, imagine you're a man and you work your whole life to be somebody important. Maybe you're not a millionaire or billionaire, but you got your stuff together. You figured life out to some degree, and you meet this nice woman, and you go through life with her, and then like you're providing for her, you're paying for stuff. Like, you know that if you weren't with her, you would be saving a lot more money. That's how much money you're spending on.
Yeah.
And the kid ain't yours, bro. Like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
I couldn't imagine the pain. Like a woman not a woman you're just smashing or whatever. A woman you love.
You in love with this woman, head over heels for this woman.
Bro, you introduced her to the family,
to the homies,
the squad. Everybody knows her. Like, oh, that's Sean's girl. Oh.
Yeah.
And the kid ain't yours, bro. That, man, dude, I can't like that. I would love to say like, oh, you know, I love this woman, so it's fine. There's nothing in me that feels that way.
Yeah.
If right now, if my girl like hits me up and she's like, yo, I'm pregnant, that's not my girl no more.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna act like I don't know who she is.
Right.
And I would be like, look, I would thank her. I'd be like, you know what, thank you for showing me that you're not the one I'm supposed to marry. And I would live my life. I would just count the loss and I would just live my life.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in me that I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't. I would walk out if she's giving birth and the baby don't look like me. As soon as she's coming into the world, as soon as she's coming into her life, I'm walking out of it. Right. Like, I swear to God, bro. I swear.
Just about that baby come out, like, bro, like, we pretty dark skinned. So it's like, imagine that baby came out, bro, hair straight, white as snow. They say baby like he had 800 credit score. Okay, Williams
bro, I would just start dapping people up. I'd be like, well, it's been real. Bro. I appreciate everybody for coming out.
Bro.
Y'all have a good one. Y'all take care. And I'm gone, bro. They'll never see me again. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna throw a little fit in there, bro. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick. I'll probably freeze up a little bit, but I'll be sick to my stomach, bro. It's like they're gonna make a Netflix documentary out of me.
I feel like I would have to leave or I'd end up in jail.
Bro.
I'd have to leave. Like, as soon as I'd have to just leave because I would get so angry. And I couldn't be in that environment. Because here's another thing that I don't really like, because we're kind of on the topic of men and women, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is like when women do something wrong like that. There's all the excuses in the world for her.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You wasn't making me happy.
yeah, you wasn't making me happy, or I didn't know about this, or blah 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 blah. And it's like, ma'am, we know the baby's yours. It came out of you.
Yeah.
I can't take a dump on the floor and then blame it on you. It's like, bro, we saw that come out of you. It's yours, bro. But I don't know if it's mine.
Yeah.
So if you care about me, my girl cares about me, she should be doing everything possible to like reassure me, like, no, like, and there shouldn't even be any doubts if I'm being honest. But that I just don't like how that's set up, man. Like, I was watching like divorce court, the paternity courts. And
Isn't that watching Judge Judy?
Bruh, that boring shit. But it was an episode where the woman was like seeing if the guy was the dad, and the dude had been driving like to see this girl like 100 miles one way, 100 miles the next, like 200 miles, seeing her every weekend, doing what he can. And the woman was just like, yeah, you're not the father. The judge was like, you're not the father. Dude broke down and the girl started cheering. She was like, yeah, woo. And the judge got on to her, judge hemmed her up. But it was just like, bro, imagine that. Like,
Bro,
this woman
happened to people for real life.
Bro,
It's
like,
really happened.
Bro,
It's
like,
crazy part.
Like, imagine like that woman doesn't respect you so much that she doesn't even like your pain to her makes her happy, is joyous. That's insanity.
Right.
That's insanity. But like that, I think that's what I'm really trying to get at here, is like, life as a man is a lot harder than I think people realize, especially women. I don't think women really get it.
Yeah.
I think they kind of get it, especially if they're working and they're working hard. And let's say they are a single mom, they have to kind of step into that masculine role of being both parents of the mom and the dad. And so to them, kudos. Like, yeah,
oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, they get it.
Sure. That's my mama for a little while.
Yeah, that's hard. That's not an easy
stepdaddy.
job. It's not an easy job at all. And I'm not acting like it is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, like, dudes have it rough, bro. Like, just being the average everyday man is not a fun experience, because most of the time, you're invisible. Most of the time, you're invisible. Like, I remember, man, I'll never forget this. We was out in England. It was me, my homie Will, and my homie Dex. I'm not gonna give last names. I'll just say that. And we was walking up to this club in Cambridge in England. Now, to put in perspective, I'm like 5'10", 5'11". Dex is like 6'3", and Will is like 6'5". So I'm the runt of the group. So we're walking, right? And Will looks at this girl. Like, so we're walking down this alleyway, and there's like a restaurant like right here, and there's tables right here. So we're walking down, and Will sees this girl at this table. Like, she's facing the alleyway. And she's on a date, and she like cranes her neck to like look at Will. And Will's like, hey, I'll be right back. So we're like, oh, what's going on? Whatever. So Will walks up, puts his hand on the guy's shoulder. Was like, what's up, buddy? And dude's like, well, what's up, man? Like, he's on a date with this girl. And he's like, what's up, buddy? Starts talking to this girl. He's like, hey, how are you? I'm Will. Shakes her hand, and she's like fluttering. She's like, oh my gosh.
She eating that shit up.
Yeah, she's loving it. It's like Duke Dennis talking to your girl, bro. Like, absolutely.
GG's.
Absolutely cooked,
Just
bro.
leave.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely
leave.
cooked, right? And so he's like chatting her up or whatever. And he's like, yeah, so let me get your number. And she looks at Will, looks at the guy, looks at Will. It's like, okay, gives him the number. Will Will like taps the guy on the shoulder and is like, better luck next time, buddy. And then just leaves.
Said better luck next time.
Better luck next time.
Bro, it's like, I ain't gonna lie. Imagine somebody tried you, because he tried him.
Oh God.
Imagine if somebody tried you in that moment, bro. How do you react if you are sitting at lunch, dinner, whatever, enjoying lunch with your girl? How are you reacting to that? If somebody did that, just coming up off rip, like, what is your first response to that?
My first response, honestly, is rage. Especially if I'm like on a date with my girl and they just walk up and start talking to my girl like I'm not there. I'd be like, okay, that's the ultimate disrespect.
Yeah.
And I know me. And I would try to keep it civilized for like the first couple of seconds. I'd be like, yo, dude, hey, we're on a date, please leave. And if they're like, no, you're good, sit down. It'd be up from there, honestly.
Yeah,
It'd
gotta
up.
be.
It would like there wouldn't be anything in me that would be able to keep my cool after that. I would have to like kill this person. Honestly, it would be quick and instant. It would be bad. And I'm not even saying that I would win. They might be huge.
Right.
I would have to. At that point. I would try.
You could be 7-1. You could be Shaq, bro. It's like if I know I'm still gonna lose that fight, I ain't going out like that, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you try to little man me. Like,
yeah.
My pride, that's when you can let your pride get in the way a little. I don't even call it getting in the way.
It's necessary at that point. Bro. Yeah, that's necessary.
Yeah, you can be Bradley Martin, bro. Mr. What he said, Mr. 275.
Yeah, 260.
I don't care, bro.
Because you don't fear consequences.
Yeah.
That you think that nothing bad is going to happen to you. That's why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because even if I see a dude who's like a 4 with a chick who's like a 9, I'm not gonna do that, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. I might catch her like on the back end or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna walk up to dude and be like,
yeah,
your existence is irrelevant for what I'm trying to do. Let me get at your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, there's no way that I could ever disrespect another grown man like that. And there's no way I would ever accept disrespect like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I would have to crash out.
Bro.
Yeah, I'd have to crash out. But it's crazy, man. Like the whole 50-50 talk, man. I hate it because it's like, I'm gonna be honest, I really only see that in the Black community. I don't really see white people talking about 50-50. I don't really see Hispanics and Latinos talking about 50-50. It's always people that look like us that's talking about 50-50.
Yeah,
and it's like
I could agree.
And it's like why can't we get on the same page about stuff? Like, what's wrong with helping somebody who's helping you? Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, if this is supposed to be your partner, your person, your 50 might look different from their 50. Like, even if the woman doesn't work and she takes care of everything in the house, that's still 50-50.
Yeah, she put in something.
Yeah,
that's say because I'm like, bro, I wouldn't care, bro, if my girl was like, let's say she always had the affair, like she always had the home in order. She got my kid. This is the one thing for me, bro. Especially if you bear my child, or it's like even if that kid was already born, because you gave me a blessing like that. And then if I know I have the means and the capability for us to be good, and you don't need to work, you won't work unless you really want to work.
Yeah, at that time. No, I agree.
Especially my kid, like 4 or 5 years old, he could be homeschooled. Y'all could do y'all thing, and but I do believe that the kid should be like have interactions with with other kids and stuff too. So they're not like all socially awkward.
Yeah, weird and weird stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's like like eventually I talk to my girl, and I'll be like, okay, kid's 4 or 5. It's 5 years old, time for him to go to kindergarten and stuff. What do you want to do now? Even if you don't want to work, let's say, because I know they say, bro, once you do something that you love, it doesn't become work no more. So it's like, can we start you a business? Like, some people do lashes, like nail tech, whatever, or get into real. You could be in real estate. What can we do to put in your name so I can invest my time, my money? Well, not my money, but let's say we're married, our money into you. So where it's like, we both getting up at the crack of dawn, but it's like the difference between me and you is you doing something that you actually love and enjoy. And I would love to put my girl in a situation like that, where she don't have to feel like, oh, I got to get up and I
right.
These people that
there's a poem that someone very famous on the internet says, where it's an Arabic poem, and it's like, pain is mine and pleasure is hers, death is mine and life is hers, but you are mine. Like, speaking to his woman. And I think that's what every dude really wants. Because like, with my girl going through aviation school, I told her to quit her job, and like I was just paying her rent. And I was like, what do you want to do? And she was like, I'd love to go to aviation school. And I was like, okay, how much is it? She was like, it's like $3,300. And I was like, well, I can't afford that. Can you look for a different school? And she was like, yeah, I found one for 15. I'm like, cool, go. Put her through school, top of her class, like crushing it, killing it. And just graduated, getting all these offers. I'm setting her up to like be making more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing whatever she wants, traveling, having fun. And like, that sucks because she's so far away. But I'm like, I'm glad that I got to do that for someone, because I think that's what every man wants for the people they love. Is like, I want y'all to be good even if I'm not there. If something bad happens to me, I want to know that my family's taken care of, because then it makes the sacrifice worth it. Yeah. It makes the death not meaningless. But if I go, y'all aren't going to be okay, then I have to stick around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's stuff like that too, bro. Cause like, let's say like you don't start gold on 2 mil, whatever, and like you get sick, whatever. Like, let's say, God forbid, cancer or something happen. But everybody know cancer treatments, that's not cheap, bro. They like, the government are like raping people for money, bro, draining people's pockets. And let's say that money just gets depleted over time. Right. Or let's say like you a regular, like, you in the military, like us, whatever. And it's like, You get the life insurance policy, it pay out whatever need to pay out. But let's be real, bro. Like, let's say if it's paying out, I ain't gonna put a dollar amount on it, but like, I know people got different insurance policies and stuff. Don't even run out quicker than what you think it is. Even if somebody gave you a meal, it'd be quick to fuck. You can fuck up a meal quick if you really wanted to. Easily.
You can mess up, bro. We're at a point now, honestly, bro. You can mess up a meal in an afternoon
if you really wanted to.
Yeah, bro.
You go buy a house. Bro.
Crypto. Yeah. You can just throw it on crypto.
Yeah.
I think this phone's actually finna die. So we gotta, it's at what, 20%? We're gonna keep it going. But let's do like another like 10 minutes or so.
For sure.
We'll keep it going. But no, I agree. You definitely can, you can mess up a meal quick. Yeah, you can mess up a meal quick. Yeah.
And it's like, imagine, bro, it's like, God forbid you drop dead and then that meal is slowly depleting, right? And then you got your girl, like your wife, and you got your kid at the house, right? Imagine, bro, if you didn't have enough left behind for them to be good for life. Because a meal, you're not gonna be good for life.
No.
You can manage it to a certain point, like to a certain extent, but you're gonna be like you're not gonna be living as great as what you think you are. Or if somebody handed you a meal for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That ain't lasting that long.
Not at all. You have to flip it in order to make it like really grow, in order to really do stuff, man.
Yeah.
And it's really sad though too, because like a lot of people don't know financial literacy either. And I think that's really like to kind of tie everything back in together. Like, I feel like that's what I really kind of learned from leaving high school was like, yo, money goes quick.
Yeah.
You know, people who are your friends ain't your friends. As soon as you run out of money, you start running out of friends. And it's kind of sad that you don't learn that. It's like you don't really know who's really with you until it's dark out.
Yeah.
Until you're down bad, you have nothing to give anybody.
Yeah.
That's who you really see who your real friends
take
are.
a look. You take a look around like, dang, bro.
Like,
I don't put down the bottle. Like, I'm cut down on drinking. That'll be another thing too. You tell people like, oh yeah, bro, I'm done going out, whatever. What?
They'd be like,
yeah. Oh, you at the bar? You like, nah, bro, I'm not drinking tonight. You ain't drinking tonight.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, stop being lame.
He's ops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's yeah, that type of stuff. You definitely see like when everything ain't when you at the top, bro, when you winning, everybody gonna be like right beside you, bro.
Right.
And it's just like, but when you at that bottom, when you gotta get out the mud, bro, it's like. That's when people that's when you see when you're really going through some deep dark times.
Yeah.
That's when you start to see, bro. Like it all just started to unfold. You like, dang, bro. Like, like I like the same way I helped this person. I talked them through their tough time, and now I'm on my ass. Like where you? I just need a little conversation. I'm like, hey, I might just need to get out. I don't drug you out. I was like, come on, bro. I know you feeling bad, man. Let's go to Chick-fil-A. Like I don't have a situation like that. My boy just down and dump. And I'm like, bro, I'm not worried about the money situation. But like, bro, no, you ain't got to pay me back. I just want you to come. We just come talking, like just conversate, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like whenever you going through your dark time, some people ain't gonna reciprocate. Some people not gonna give you the same thing that you just reciprocated.
You can't expect you from people who aren't you.
That's the big one right there.
You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about being at the top, and I'll ask you this final question to kind of wrap everything up here. Is what obstacles have you personally made it through in your own life, and how has that made you successful today? Yeah.
Man, I say probably like the biggest obstacle, bro, is just like probably dating back from like I say, bro, because probably from when I was 19 to now I'm 29, I'll be 30 this year. And man, it's just Hey, you too.
Oh no,
you right there.
That's why I said it.
I think you older than me too.
Nah, I'll be 29 this year. I turn 29 next month.
Oh, word. Oh yeah, I'm turning 30 in September.
Oh,
so yeah, you can say that. But yeah, bro, probably from like the biggest obstacles that I came across, bro, is like I know we was talking about like mindsets, like what we was talking about earlier, like during the podcast.
Yeah.
Is bro, probably just like, man, I used to be like my own biggest critic, bro. And I used to always just care about what other people thought about me. Like, and we know how it is in the military, bro. And this is just life, bro. No matter how good or how bad you do in life, bro, somebody will always have something to say, whether that's negative or positive, bro. It's like you can donate. Let's say if I tell people like this stuff too, I could donate. Let's say if I had the means of donating $1 million to the homeless dog shelter, you have people like, oh my God, that was so cute. He saved all these. I can't believe he did that. And people are like, why did he do that? We got people starving in the streets, whatever. I'm like, bro,
it's just like when Mr. Beast kind of went through that, like before the whole creepy stuff happened with him. He was like, he helped cure like 1,000 blind people, and they were like, why are you using these people to exploit them in your videos? It's like, bro, he's curing blindness. Like, What more do you want from him? Yeah,
Yeah.
but I agree with you.
But
Yeah.
like, no matter how good or bad, bro. But yeah, I seen that too. But it's just like, yeah, that was just my biggest. That's probably like my biggest thing that I struggled with for so long, bro. Like, just like I didn't care for everybody. Like, oh, you need to like me. You need to like. I never thought that, but I feel bad when like I hear like somebody like don't talk like shit about me like behind my back. Like, dang, I thought we was like cool, man. And
Yeah.
I like, and this is one thing too. You never know who somebody know. Cause like, let's say if like somebody like get to talking shit about me to you, not even knowing that you know me or whatever. Like they at Herbertfield, they're like, oh, they just venting to you about something, whatever. You be like, what? Like that ain't G. Like I know this ain't from Camden, and you come right to me to the information because we just cool like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, this person ain't really like on your side like that. And I used to be like, kind of like, damn, man, like what I do, like, and I got it, like I feel like I need to go to that person, like, bro, what did I do wrong? But it's like now, bro, it's like I just done been through so much stuff in life, bro. Well, I just know it just gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I'm just like, even going back, bro, I'm like, I just let go, let God, and I'm like, bro, if somebody talking noise about me, bro, or like somebody spreading rumors, I'm just like, and somebody come to me about it, okay, yeah, it must be true. I just roll with it. I'm like, I laugh, I'm like, damn, that's great. Yeah, I guess I did do that. Yeah, I guess I did do that.
Yeah.
But that was just like that was probably like the biggest challenge for me, bro. Just like wanting to be accepted and just liked by everybody, bro. But like the older I get now, I'm just like, and then the more time I don't stay in the military, bro, I don't care for none of that stuff, bro. It's just like, because at the end of the day, that person I signed on my check, that person ain't got nothing to do with the DFAST state and hit my account on the 1st and the 15th. I'm not hanging with that person after work. I'm not sitting down sharing a drink with them. Like, bro, I'm real cautious on who I let in my home. It's like, this is my first time coming to your home, bro. Right. It's like, and we've been out here for X amount of time, whatever. But it's just like,
but we was deployed though too. Like when I first got here, you was deployed. Yeah. And when you got back, I was deployed. Yeah. So
yeah. But it's like we starting to link up more and stuff too now. But it's just like, for you to even take the time out of your day, bro, and accept me, like invite me into your home and accept me and allow me to sit on the couch and have a conversation with you, bro, that's personal relationship. And I know you're not letting just nobody in your home, bro. For sure. It's like, it's like we got to be on that level. We got to connect. We got to, if I shared a drink with you, bro, or share a conversation, talk about my personal life with you, or had you in my home, it's like, bro, that's all I care about, bro. Like, if that person, like, if I feel like if we had a problem about something, I know I can just come talk to you about it and we could just hash it out. And yeah, we were tripping.
Yeah, there's nothing that we can't fix without just a conversation.
Yeah,
we can just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, that's my dog, bro. Like, if anything, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and be like, hey, my bad. Like, where's the disconnect, bro?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We can just sit down and chop it up. It doesn't have to get crazy because at the end of the day, man, I really don't have a lot of friends, bro. I really don't. I have some acquaintances, but there's not a lot of people I consider to be a friend.
Yeah,
because a friend is someone I can go to, like, bro, look, I'm down bad, bro. Like, I need blah blah blah. Like, can you help me out? There's not a whole lot of people I call friend, bro. I consider you one of my friends, though, bro. Like my homie Rob, who lives with me, he's deployed right now. I consider him one of my friends, like like brothers, right?
Especially for allowing him to live with you.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's a big step right there.
Yeah, but bro, super cool. Shout out to Rob, bro. Like Rob, man, Rob he's one of the ones, man. But yeah, man, I definitely want to keep having these types of conversations. We got to get Cody in.
Oh yeah,
on one of these. We got to get Cody in on one of these episodes, man. And that's gonna be a hilarious.
You might have to edit a lot of shit out when he come over here.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to put it like on Patreon or something. Y'all gonna have to pay to get me in trouble. Yeah, y'all ain't watching this for free.
They gonna cancel you on the 3rd podcast,
bro. Oh God, bro.
All right, bro, we got to get rid of him.
I'm sorry. My bad. No, delete. Well, yeah, bro. Like I said, we got some technical difficulties going on, so we are gonna cut it short. But the next time, bro, I'm gonna make sure everything's good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bro.
Everything's gonna be charged up, so we can keep going, man. So one thing I like to do to end the podcast is I like to ask my current guests, what is one question you want me to ask my next guest moving forward?
Oh yeah. Probably the one question, bro, that'll probably be like interesting, bro. To probably ask them is probably, if they weren't in the military right now, what would they be doing?
If they weren't in the military right now, what would they be doing? Let's say I'm not talking to someone in the military.
Okay.
How would I still ask that? Like, that's still good, but I'm just asking just in case.
Yeah. So if they aren't in the military, if they could do something just outside of the career field of what they're doing now, but if they could do something outside the career field that they aren't doing right now, like what would it be?
If they aren't doing something,
yeah, that was kind of confusing.
Yeah, like
just
pretty much like if you weren't doing what you're doing right now, what else would you be doing?
What would you be doing?
Okay.
Yeah, but and that could be anything, bro. Like not, because some people be like, oh, I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. It doesn't matter, just anything. What would you if you had?
So how about this? Let me limitations weren't a problem.
Yeah.
What would you be doing if you could do anything? What would you be doing?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, anything,
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
And don't sell yourself short.